After a month of feeding my kid chocolate chip cookies, all of his warts went away, and I'm gonna tell you about it.
If you don't know who I am already, I'm a busy mom, homeschooling mom to 4 boys, and my family and I, we live full-time in our RV and have been traveling North America and Central America for the past 4 years.
I'm a crunchy mom, so to speak, so we've been gluten-free for years. One of my other sons actually was damaged by an antibiotic and had a lot of eczema, and I found that removing gluten would get rid of the eczema, and he would also have hives as well. So we definitely stayed far away from this because we thought that that was the best thing to do. And my dad actually was the one who taught me about going gluten-free, who he's like the opposite of crunchy, but he's like, oh, he was having psoriasis and his doctor was like, oh, have you tried going gluten-free? And that turned out to be one of his main triggers for his psoriasis. And so gluten has been kind of the enemy. Wheat has been the enemy for years and years and years. It turns out gluten was never actually the enemy after all. It's the way we've been consuming it. That back in the day, to make a shelf life for flour, they actually removed the bran and germ, and that's what contains all the nutrient. So instead of being like, hey guys, I don't think this is working, everybody's getting diseases. And, you know, going back to fresh milled, they decided, why not add in a couple of the things that we stripped away in the form of synthetic nutrients. By now, you're probably starting to put 2 and 2 together on why I fed my son cookies for 30 days. But before we get into that, let me just show you how powerful that fresh milled wheat is. In this book by Sue Becker, she explains how whole grains contain virtually every nutritional component that is vital to health, and that it will keep you energized and satisfy your appetite. Whole grains contain nearly 90% of all the vitamins, minerals, protein, carbohydrates, and fats that our bodies need. Wheat alone has 40 of the 44 nutrients considered essential to sustain human life. It lacks adequate amounts of only 4 essential nutrients: vitamins A, C, D, and the amino acid lysine. Sue also says in her book that unrefined whole grains are one of the richest sources of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that has many health benefits. Protected with the germ of the seed, vitamin E defends the integrity of every cell in the body. There's tons of testimonies of people's warts going away after they introduce fresh milled flour. And from the podcasts I've been listening to, Sue Becker actually contributes it to the vitamin E content in the fresh milled flour. My son has had these warts for over 3 years, probably 4 years. We tried things like duct tape and the topical things, but he wasn't into getting him burnt off. He has sensory issues, and that just was not going to happen. But within a few days, maybe a week, we were like, are these really starting to shrink? We thought we were imagining things. But as the weeks went on, we started to notice they really were shrinking. All I was doing was baking chocolate chip cookies like every day. I made some muffins, some blueberry chocolate chip muffins. I made the hamburger buns from scratch and a couple other things, but mostly I was making chocolate chip cookies because the kids would just eat them up. And that's all I did. And within a month, his warts were gone. My dad, who's been gluten-free for years and years and years and years, his ear was weeping like open sores of psoriasis. And he could not deny trying a little bit of my cinnamon rolls that I made one morning. And what do you know? His psoriasis didn't get worse. It actually got better. He had the most energy that I have ever seen him have. Oh, and my son, who's been gluten-free for years and years, ever since he was 4 years old, and he's 14, he can eat it too. He can have bread, he can have hamburger buns, he can have cookies, he can have cinnamon rolls. And if you've been on a restricted diet and you've been chronically ill, you know what a major milestone that is. And it's crazy because he wasn't just getting eczema, he was breaking out in hives, like full body hives, from having the tiniest little bit of contaminant in like Smarties or something like that, yet he can eat as many cookies as he wants. No eczema, no hives, perfectly fine digestion. It's just amazing. And how could I not share this with all of you other mothers who are dealing with any of this stuff? If you liked this video, you're definitely going to want to click on the next one where I did a little experiment with a potato when my husband got blood poisoning.